Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a beautifully simple story about a young boy named Ali and a wise old gardener. It's one of those narratives that just perfectly captures how our smallest everyday choices echo into the future. We're talking about a timeless look at patience, legacy, and, the hidden power of everyday effort. We're going to break down exactly how a single, seemingly insignificant decision can spiral outward and literally touch the lives of people we might not even know. It's a profound truth that applies to absolutely every single one of us.
So let's just jump right in with a pretty foundational question. Can a single tiny action actually change an entire community? I mean, we often think that to make a massive impact, we need vast resources, huge amounts of free time, or some grand sweeping master plan, right? But the story we're exploring today challenges that assumption head on. It asks us to scale down our focus to the micro level, to the absolute smallest seed of action. Keep this question in the back of your mind as we track exactly how everyday discipline translates into real generational change.
Section 1. A wise encounter. Okay, picture this. We begin in a small, quiet village, and this is where we meet two figures representing very different stages of life. We've got Ali, a young, super observant boy who makes the exact same trek to school every single day. And every day, he sees the exact same scene. An old, silent, and incredibly hardworking gardener out there, quietly and meticulously watering his plants. There's no applause, there's no immediate, flashy reward, just silent, repetitive hard work. You can imagine Ollie's curiosity kind of compounding day by day. In a fast-paced world, Ollie just can't figure out why this old man is pouring so much sweat and energy into the dirt. Finally, that built-up curiosity just overflows. Ollie stops, looks at the gardener, and asks the pivotal question. Why do you work so hard?
Now, the gardener doesn't give him some complicated, drawn-out lecture. He just smiles at the young boy and delivers this incredibly profound thought. The plant you grow today will give shade to someone tomorrow. Notice that deliberate shift in the timeline and the beneficiary here. The action happens today, but the result, that happens tomorrow. The work is done by you, but the ultimate comfort, the shade, well, that's enjoyed by someone else entirely. The gardener is completely removing his own immediate benefit from the equation. He's working for a future he might not even be around to see, which is literally the purest definition of planting a legacy.
Section 2. Action and daily effort.
The gardener's words go straight to Ollie's heart. But as we all know, inspiration without execution is just a passing feeling, right? Ollie doesn't just nod and walk away. He internalizes the philosophy and decides to take immediate physical action. Let's trace his journey. Day 1 is the exciting part. Ollie plants a tiny sapling right in front of his house. It's that initial spark of motivation. But the middle of this timeline? This is the daily phase. This is the hardest part. Just like the old gardener, Ollie now has to dedicate time every single day to care for and water the sapling, even when it looks like absolutely nothing is happening. The growth is entirely invisible at first. It requires relentless consistency. But because he sticks to that quiet daily effort, we finally reach those months later. The tiny, vulnerable sapling successfully transforms into a strong, beautiful tree. The unseen effort finally becomes visible.
Section 3. A joyful and big result.
So, fast forward through those long months of invisible, disciplined work, and we see how one small action multiplies into an entire ecosystem of joy. The landscape of Ollie's home has fundamentally changed. When the intense summer heat beats down on the village, people now have a cool, comforting place to rest in the shade. Local children have a brand new playground, running happily around the thick trunk of the tree. Even nature responds, with birds finding a home and chirping joyfully up in the branches. Think back to how silent the old gardener's work was at the very beginning of our story. Now, contrast that with the vibrant, noisy, bustling joy of this thriving community. Ollie's single, silent effort has literally grown into a sanctuary for others. Witnessing all this life and happiness happening right outside his door, Ollie experiences this profound moment of realization. He watches the people resting, he hears the children laughing, and he thinks to himself, a small good deed can become a great joy for others. His personal joy isn't just from having a cool tree in his yard, it's from seeing the happiness that his effort has provided to his community. He has basically become exactly like the old gardener. He now fully understands the mechanism of legacy. He traded a small amount of daily discipline for an immense, multiplying joy that serves the whole world around him.
Section 4. The true lesson.
So what is this beautiful narrative really trying to teach us about how the world works? It's simply this. Goodness and hard work are never wasted. They eventually help others. When you're putting in that daily effort, when you're watering your own proverbial sapling, it is incredibly easy to feel like your work is invisible or that it just doesn't matter. But the story of Ollie and the gardener assures us that positive energy, good deeds, and consistent hard work do not just evaporate into the void. They are stored, they grow, and eventually, at the exact right time, they blossom to provide shelter, comfort, and joy to the people around us.
To wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final, provocative challenge. What plant are you growing today that will give shade to someone tomorrow? What small, quiet daily action are you nurturing right now that will outlast you and bring joy to others? Think about the knowledge you share, the kindness you show, or the projects you're painstakingly building. You hold the seeds of tomorrow's shade in your hands right now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now go out there and get planting.